Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, let's get back into this Flash video that's just ain't meant for nobody.
The next one I want to show, my favorite TV show of all time, is How I Met Your Mother. Just a hilarious show, and CBS.com has full-length episodes of How I Met Your Mother that you can watch on your Flash player in the browser. And luckily, since we have Flash on the Nexus 1, I can watch those exact same full-length episodes here with me wherever I go. So this is the movie browser player, and it'll probably load an advertisement at first.
Get more of The Good Wife on cbs.com/viewer.
Now you'll notice that the Flash player detects whether or not a codec is used that's optimized for mobile, but it doesn't really affect the playback if it's not. It'll play back just fine, so as you can see we're getting this ad playing back in the browser here, and then in a little bit our actual episode should play. And one of the other modes that we have for Flash in the browser on the devices is double-click zoom mode. So it's not full screen mode, but if I double-click, it'll kind of smart zoom, so it'll maximize that Flash content for me, and I'll see that in the browser taking up the whole screen.
Sure, I would consider.
The next one I want to show you is another video site. Right now we're in the middle of the greatest time for sports in the year, which is the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm a huge hockey fan. And the NHL.com video site has a number of clips that you can watch, so if you missed any of the Stanley Cup games, you can go see the highlights and check them out using Flash. And on the Nexus 1, the content plays exactly the same way it would on the desktop, and you can see we're going to get some clips of the Canadiens versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. And it'll show the advertisement, and it kind of changes the screen when the advertisement's playing, so you get that link between the video content and the regular Flash content on the side there. And once the advertisement is finished, we'll see the regular Stanley Cup playoffs, and we can use that double-click zoom mode to check out the game highlights of the Canadiens and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Okay, I'm guessing that's the bit Eric was just going completely and totally nuts over. Although if you watch his video, the whole thing's kind of jumping around like that. Hey, if you'll notice, in both cases, the thing that really jumped around like crazy was the advertisement. I could give a shit if the commercial goes, I am Mr. Roboto and I do not want to sell you anything, because it's the damn commercial. The show was actually playing pretty good until he double-sized it. But, you know, okay. Let me think of another device that when you double-size something, it doesn't quite look right. It'll come to mind. Oh, yeah. There's this great device made by another company that has this great feature called ×2, in which it takes something small and makes it big and pixelates it. Let me think. It starts with an A and it's named after a fruit, and its device is named Pad. It's like, that's what happens when you do 2x stuff. The hockey game actually played just as well as it would on my television. You know, once you got past the commercial, which is, again, something I don't care about. So, let's see. So far, it's working just as good as an Apple product, only it's doing something the Apple product can't. Wow, this is really unnatural thing. A full web on a web device? Ooh, let's see how much more bizarro world it gets as we dive deeper into it.
Now, of course, Flash, one of the great examples of Flash is always games, and we have a great games ecosystem with the Flash player. And so Kongregate is one of the sites that offers a lot of games that you can play. And one of my favorite one is called Alchemist. And so you can see here, I'm using Alchemist. Let me try to show this. And Alchemist uses a different thing that we've got. So we have the double-click zoom mode, but I also can have ActionScript in my Flash applications invoke full screen mode on the device. So if I click this once, it'll go into full screen mode, and I have the camera set up so I can't show the portrait or the landscape or the portrait mode, but I can still come in here. I can start a new game, and go to continue, and then use all my touch events here. So I can, what am I looking for? Blue, green, red. So blue, green, red. We get the sound effects, red, red, red. So kind of can take this game with me on the Flash side. And then to exit full screen mode, I click the back button, and now I'm back on the Congregate site. The next site I want to show is a different kind of from what we would usually show maybe, or different from games or videos. Now MarthaStewart.com has a lot of Flash content in videos, so you can see Martha and her minions and various recipes, but they also have a Flash little content here that helps you navigate the site and kind of showcases what's on the site right now. And so this is kind of typical Flash content you might see on the web, and inside of the Nexus 1 I can click it, get that Flash, and then browse like I would be expected to on the desktop. I can click on banana bread, and we can see some 31 recipes for bananas, or 33 recipes for bananas, and get that content and interact with Flash just by zooming in and getting that click event. The next one is the BBC News. So one of the great news sites, of course, ever out there, and I think a lot of people see it. And of course, the UK has had a big news event recently because they just had an election, and so there's a lot of great video content on the BBC that runs in Flash. But one of the cool things is they've also got this little slideshow that talks about what's going to happen now that the Parliament doesn't have a majority party. So the Conservatives didn't win enough seats, and the Liberals didn't, or the Labour didn't win enough seats. So they've got this Flash application down here, this Flash slideshow that shows off kind of what all the various scenarios are. So on the Nexus 1, I can just click Next, and it'll give me a picture of the breakdown, Conservatives and Labour. Showing Next, it talks about what the options the Conservatives have, and then I can click Next again to see what it would look like if the Conservatives and the Liberal Dems got together, or what it might look like if the Liberal Dems went with Labour. So all the animations, all the kind of slideshows that you'll see on the web, all supported here in Flash, and hopefully this is a great example of some various types of content that you can see browsing Flash on mobile devices.
Well, there we go, all. Full Flash on mobile devices. Like I said, it's here. It's been here, and it's coming out this year. Steve Jobs says you don't want it. Steve Jobs says it sucks. Steve Jobs says, well, it's designed for an interface that touch devices just really don't have, and therefore it wouldn't work. Well, you've seen it. Those of you who are iPhone platform users, you're honestly telling me this isn't something you wish the iPhone had? Like, I just, I want to hear feedback on that. We know what Eric thinks. Eric thinks whatever Steve Jobs thinks is good. But what do the rest of you think? There's more in Eric's video to go on, so I'll be getting into that. But peace out for now, all.
And let's just show this. I've got the volume turned down. Now I want you to watch how choppy this is. Now this is what you call a full web experience. Look close, look at this. Horrible, holy crap. And it even says this video is not optimized for mobile. So do I gotta keep seeing that pop up? Oh, nice ad. Come on, look at that. That is horrible. And this is something that they're bragging about. This is something that they're proud of. Look at this. A hockey game. Let's watch and see how great. Watch how fast he turns it off. Look at that. Stutter, 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 stutter. Okay, come on. Listen. Obviously, Adobe Flash isn't going to be able to run on mobile devices the way that Apple users want it to be a smooth and exciting experience. Looks like to me from website to website, some are going to be optimized, some ain't, some might stutter, some might not. Flash is just too much of a guessing game, too much of a security risk, and as you can see, you are working on a mobile version of Flash to work on devices, and it's still that stuttery. Yes, people can say, oh, it's beta, it's that, it's this. Then why the hell are you even showing it to us? Make sure you got something worth showing before you show it. And if this is how you call being an Adobe evangelist, I don't see how you're doing anything but hurting the fuckers, because that was just pathetic about how choppy that was and how quickly he turned that off. See, he's not a stupid individual, obviously, because he's seen that coming. So this here, it's loading. It's just, God, I mean, the Flash on a mobile device is not meant to be. It doesn't work well. It will never work well. And Flash isn't for mobile platform. Why can't Adobe just accept that and make a great mobile platform? Because they're wanting to impose their cash cow on everybody.